My girlfriend posted, accidentally told his boss he's been job hunting. Oops, now he has more time for me. I'd been planning to quit with a better offer. I responded, silver lining. Then I took the new job, making double, moved cities, and sent her a breakup text from my new penthouse. When she saw my LinkedIn update and tried to apologize. Original post I, 29 male, was scrolling through Instagram during my lunch break when I saw it. My girlfriend Vanessa, 27, had posted a story that made my blood run cold. Accidentally told his boss he's been job hunting. Oops, now he has more time for me. Sorry not sorry, more time for us. I sat there in my car, sandwich halfway to my mouth, just staring at the screen. 2 years together. 2 years of building something I thought was real, and she just told my boss? On purpose? Then bragged about it online? Here's the context. I'd been interviewing with a tech company for 3 months. Senior developer position. They'd offered me $165 plus bonuses, literally double my current $82 salary. I was planning to accept, give my 2 weeks notice professionally, and help train my replacement, like an adult. But I'd made the mistake of telling Vanessa about it last week. She'd thrown a fit about me potentially moving for the job. It was only 2 hours away, Bitobu. Said I was choosing money over love, and that I was abandoning her dreams for us. Her dreams apparently included me staying at a job I'd outgrown while she pursued her influencer career, 300-400 followers and dropping. I texted her one word, really? She responded immediately. Don't be mad, baby, it worked out. Richard called you into his office, right? Now you don't have to stress about quitting. Richard had indeed called me into his office, an hour ago. The conversation went like this. So I heard through the grapevine you're exploring other opportunities. Where did you hear that? Your girlfriend called the office. Said she was worried about you being stressed about job hunting and wanted to know if we could give you a raise to stay. She called you? Reception transferred her to me. Look, if you're unhappy here, you should have come to me first. But job hunting on company time? Using company resources? That's termination worthy. I hadn't been. I'd been extremely careful. Phone interviews during lunch, in-person interviews using PTO days. But he didn't believe me. Richard, I'm going to need you to clean out your desk. We'll pay out 2 weeks severance to avoid drama, but today's your last day. I wanted to fight it, but honestly, the new company had already sent the offer letter. I was planning to leave anyway. This just moved up my timeline. Me, understood. I'll have my desk cleared within the hour. So there I sat, fired, but not really, betrayed, but oddly calm. I texted back, silver lining, now I definitely have more time. She sent back heart emojis. She thought I was agreeing with her, idiot. I drove back to the office, packed my stuff while my coworkers awkwardly avoided eye contact and left with my box of belongings. Then I sat in my car and called my new employer. Hi, this is Alex Kerr. I'm calling about the senior developer position. Yes, I'd like to accept. Actually, would it be possible to start Monday instead of in 2 weeks? Great. Yes, I can be there for onboarding at 9 a.m. Thank you. Done. New life starting in 5 days. I drove home to the apartment Vanessa and I shared. She was there, filming herself doing yoga for her 12 viewers on Instagram Live. Babe, she called out, not stopping her downward dog. You're home early. I knew this would work out perfect. I didn't respond, just started packing. Update 1, it took Vanessa exactly 23 minutes to notice I was packing. She was too busy responding to comments on her live, all 3 of them, to pay attention to me methodically filling boxes in the bedroom. What are you doing? She stood in the doorway, phone still in hand. Packing. For what? A trip? Ooh, are we celebrating your new free time with a vacation? The delusion was actually impressive. No, Vanessa, I'm moving. Her face went through about 5 different expressions in 3 seconds. Moving? What do you mean moving? I mean I'm taking the job I was offered, the one you tried to sabotage, starting Monday. But you got fired. You can't take a job you don't have. I already had the offer, genius, in writing, signed last night after you fell asleep. Your little stunt just freed me from having to give 2 weeks notice. She actually laughed. You're not serious. You can't just leave. What about us? What about my career? What career? You make $200 a month from sponsored posts for teeth whitening kits. I'm building something. You promised to support me. I promise to support you emotionally, not financially forever, while you play influencer and sabotage my actual career. She grabbed her phone and started recording. Here we go, I thought. Guys, I need your help. My boyfriend is literally abandoning me right now because I made one mistake. He's choosing money over love. I ignored her and kept packing, but she kept narrating everything I did, like she was David Attenborough documenting wildlife. Look at him, just packing without even discussing this with me. This is what toxic masculinity looks like, followers. I finally looked straight at her camera. She called my boss and got me fired on purpose, posted about it with laughing emojis. Now she's mad I'm taking a better job elsewhere. That's the real story. She quickly stopped recording. You can't leave, she said, switching tactics. Your name is on the lease. So is yours. You wanted the apartment so bad when we moved in, remember? Said it had the perfect lighting for content. Congratulations, it's all yours. I can't afford it alone. Then get a job. A real one. This is real, just because you don't understand influence marketing. Influence marketing, Vanessa, you have fewer followers than our local pizza place. She started crying, not sad crying, manipulative crying. The kind where she peeks to see if you're watching. Fine, leave, but you're not taking the TV or the couch or anything we bought together. Fine by me. Everything valuable was mine anyway. I'd furnished the place before she moved in. The only thing we bought together was a coffee maker. She could keep it. I loaded my car with the essentials, clothes, laptop, documents. Called a moving company for the rest. They could come Saturday while she was at her weekly networking brunch, aka drinking mimosas with other wannabe influencers. That night I stayed at a hotel. A nice one. Why not? I was about to double my salary. Vanessa blew up my phone with texts ranging from apologetic to threatening to psychotic. Baby, please come home. We can work through this. You're overreacting. I did it for us. You're going to regret this. I'll call your new job and tell them what kind of person you really are. Please answer me. I'm going to destroy you. I love you. You're a piece of shh. Come back and let's talk. I screenshot everything, especially the threat about calling my new employer. Saturday came. Movers got my stuff. Vanessa filmed the whole thing while crying, posted it as the day my heart was broken by capitalism and toxic masculinity. Got roasted in the comments for being a psycho who got her boyfriend fired. Sunday, I drove to my new city. The company had provided temporary corporate housing, a furnished apartment in a high-rise downtown. 20th floor, floor-to-ceiling windows, view of the river. It was meant to be temporary while I found a place, but honestly, I might just stay. Monday morning, I started my new job. The onboarding was smooth, the team was brilliant, and my new boss actually seemed to value work-life balance. During lunch, I updated my LinkedIn. Excited to announce I've joined Technova Solutions as senior developer. Looking forward to this new chapter. Within an hour, it had 200+ reactions. Within 2 hours, Vanessa had seen it. The meltdown was spectacular. She called 18 times, left 7 voicemails, each one more unhinged than the last. You lied to me. You said you didn't have another job. $165K? That company messaged me about your salary. We could have been rich. You owe me half of that. I sacrificed for your career. Please call me back. We can move together. I'm gonna sue you for emotional damages. I made you who you are. Then came the Instagram posts. She went full nuclear. Posted our old photos with captions about how I used her and abandoned her the moment I got successful. Said I was a master manipulator who planned this all along. Her followers weren't buying it. Someone found her original post bragging about getting me fired and screenshot it before she deleted it. The comments turned brutal. Girl, you got him fired and you're mad he left? This is what accountability looks like, hun. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Imagine fumbling a tech bro making $165 because you wanted attention. Update 2. 2 weeks into my new job, things escalated in ways I didn't expect. Vanessa had apparently spent those 2 weeks crafting her victim narrative and recruiting allies. First, she got her mom involved. I actually liked Carol. She'd always been reasonable. So when she called, I answered. Alex, sweetheart, what happened? Vanessa is devastated. Carol, did she tell you she called my boss and got me fired? On purpose? Then bragged about it online? Silence. She said there was a misunderstanding. I have screenshots of her post, Carol. She put laughing emojis. She thought it was funny. Oh my. She didn't mention that part. She never does. Carol sighed. I'll talk to her. But Alex? She can't afford the apartment. She's asking us for money. That's between you and her. She wanted me to stay at a dead-end job forever to fund her Instagram dreams. I'm done. Next came the really stupid move. Vanessa tried to contact my new employer. She LinkedIn messaged my boss, my HR department, even some of my new coworkers. The messages all said variations of the same thing. I was unstable, had abandoned responsibilities, and they should know what kind of person they hired. My boss, Elena, called me into her office Friday morning. My stomach dropped. So, she said, pulling up her tablet, I received some interesting messages about you. I can explain. She held up her hand and turned the tablet toward me. Your ex-girlfriend, I presume? The messages were all there, plus Vanessa's public Instagram posts about me, including the original one bragging about getting me fired. She seems... Elena paused, choosing her words carefully. Troubled. That's one word for it. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm forwarding all of this to our legal department. This constitutes harassment and potentially defamation. We take our employees' safety and reputation seriously. Legal will send her a cease and desist. If she continues, we'll pursue charges. You're not concerned about what she said? Elena laughed. Alex, she literally admitted to sabotaging your previous employment. If anything, this confirms we made the right choice, hiring someone who handled such an insane situation professionally. The cease and desist letter must have arrived Monday because Vanessa's tone changed immediately. The angry posts disappeared, replaced with vague quotes about growth and letting go. But she wasn't done. She started a GoFund. Just kidding, that's too cliché. No, she did something worse. She created a course. How to maintain your relationship through career changes. $49.99, the audacity. She was literally selling advice on keeping relationships together after she destroyed ours. The course description claimed she had first-hand experience navigating the challenges of ambitious partners. But the real kicker came when she started DMing my female coworkers. Not with harassment this time, with networking requests. She was trying to befriend them to get information about me. One of them, Priya, showed me the messages during lunch. Hey girl, I see you work with my ex Alex. Small world, would love to connect about opportunities in the tech space. I'm a digital entrepreneur myself. Priya looked at me deadpan. Digital entrepreneur? Her bio says manifestation coach. That's new. Last week she was a lifestyle influencer. Should I respond? God no. Block her. The other women on the team had all received similar messages. We had a good laugh about it in the break room, but it was genuinely concerning. Vanessa was spiraling. Then came the voicemail that changed everything. Not from Vanessa, from Richard, my old boss. Alex, it's Richard. I wanted to apologize. Vanessa reached out to me for a reference for you, which was odd since you're clearly already employed. When I questioned it, she admitted she'd lied about your job hunting being on company time. She thought I'd give you a raise to keep you. I'm sorry I didn't investigate properly before letting you go. If you ever want to come back. I didn't call him back. But I did forward the voicemail to my lawyer friend, just in case. 3 weeks at the new job, I found a permanent apartment. Beautiful 2-bedroom, home office baby. 15-minute walk from work, rent that I could easily afford on my new salary. When I posted a photo of the view from my balcony on Instagram, I rarely post, but this deserved it. Vanessa lost it one final time. She posted a series of stories about how I was flaunting my privilege and rubbing her face in it when she was struggling to survive. Someone messaged me screenshots. I'd blocked her by then. The last story was her crying in what looked like her parents' house. Caption, when you realize you lost everything because you couldn't let him grow. Wait, was that self-awareness? Nope. Next story, but I'm gonna build my empire and show him what he missed. New coaching packages available. Use code KARMA for 20% off. Final update. It's been 6 months since I left. 6 months since Vanessa got me fired and I turned it into the best thing that ever happened to my career. Here's where everyone ended up. My job is incredible. I got promoted to lead developer after 4 months, with another $20K raise. My team respects me, my boss values my input, and I actually enjoy going to work. Funny how that happens when you're not constantly stressed about your girlfriend potentially calling your employer. I kept the high-rise apartment. Yeah, it's a bit pricey, but the view is worth it. Plus, I can afford it now. My buddy Derek visited last month and said, "Bro, you literally failed upward into a penthouse." Not quite a penthouse, but I'll take it. As for Vanessa? Oh boy, she lasted exactly 1 month in our old apartment before getting evicted for non-payment. She tried to claim I should still pay half since my name was on the lease, but the landlord had already accepted my lease break fee, worth every penny of that $1,500. She moved back with her parents. Posted about it like it was a strategic move to focus on her business. Her business, by the way, has pivoted approximately 12 times. Lifestyle influencer failed. Manifestation coach failed. Relationship expert hilariously failed. Career transition consultant, the irony. Social media strategist with her 2,900 followers. Authentic living guru, whatever that means. And currently feminine energy mentor. Each pivot came with a new course, ranging from $47 to $197. According to a mutual friend, she's sold maybe 10 total. Do the math. But here's the part that actually made me laugh. Last month, she applied to my company. Not for a tech role, obviously. For a social media coordinator position. HR flagged it immediately because of the cease and desist on file. But even if they hadn't, her application was wild. She listed her Instagram account as professional experience and claimed she had successfully managed digital narratives for multiple brands. The brands? The teeth whitening kit that dropped her and a failed CBD gummy company. Elena called me into her office, trying not to laugh. "I thought you should see this," she said, showing me the application. Under references, Vanessa had listed 3 people. 1, her mom. 2, an Instagram influencer with 5K followers. 3, me. "She put you as a reference?" Elena was wheezing. "With my old phone number that I changed 6 months ago." The audacity is almost admirable. Almost. The rejection email was professional but firm. Vanessa posted about it on her stories. "When toxic exes sabotage your growth, but I'm protected by the universe." Protected by the universe, but not by common sense, apparently. The last update I got was through the grapevine. She's dating some crypto bro who thinks her entrepreneur mindset is totally revolutionary. He's funding her latest venture. An NFT collection of empowering goddess artwork. She can't draw, so she's using AI. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here in my high-rise palace, as she called it in one of her rants, watching the sunset over the river, about to head out for drinks with my team to celebrate landing a huge client. My dating life is drama-free. I'm seeing someone who has an actual career and doesn't think getting me fired is a cute way to spend more time together. The moral of the story? When someone shows you who they are, believe them. When they brag about sabotaging your career, definitely believe them. And when they then claim you're the toxic one for succeeding without them, block them and live your best life. To anyone dealing with a similar situation, document everything. Take the high road professionally, but never feel guilty for choosing your own growth over someone else's delusions. They made their choice when they tried to hold you back. You're just making yours by moving forward. Oh, and Vanessa, since I know you still check my LinkedIn obsessively, the view count doesn't lie. That silver lining comment? I meant it. Getting fired was the push I needed to leave a comfortable but dead-end situation. Both the job and the relationship. So genuinely, thank you for showing me exactly what I didn't need in my life. The $165K plus salary and drama-free existence are just bonuses. Peace out, Reddit. Going to enjoy my view and my peace of mind. P.S. Her course is now on sale for $12.99. Still no buyers. The market has spoken. My girlfriend posted, "Single until someone proves they're worth it," on Valentine's Day. I commented, "Agreed." Then I took her hint and stayed single. Her frantic calls started when she saw me with someone new. Original post, I 32 male, should have seen it coming. Looking back, the signs were all there. I just chose to ignore them because, well, love makes you stupid sometimes. Been with Melanie, 29, for 2.5 years. Living together for 1. On Valentine's Day this year, while I was at work arranging for flowers to be delivered to her office, yeah, I'm that guy, she posted on Instagram, "Single until someone proves they're worth it. Know your value, queens." I saw it during my lunch break. My coworker, Eddie, saw my face drop. "You good, man?" I showed him the post. He winced. "Bro, on Valentine's Day? While you're dating?" I sat there for a minute just staring at it. Then I commented, "Agreed." Within seconds, my phone was blowing up. Melanie calling. I let it ring. Texted her instead. "Me. Saw your post. Message received loud and clear. I'll pack my stuff tonight." "OMG, are you serious right now? It's just a quote about being single on Valentine's Day while in a relationship. I'm not stupid, Mel." "You're being dramatic. It's for my followers." "Cool, your followers can help pay your rent then." See, we split the rent on her apartment. Well, technically I paid 70% because I made more. But whatever. The lease was in her name only. Her choice, she wanted independence. Went home that afternoon, told my boss I needed a personal day. Melanie was at work. I packed methodically. My clothes, my gaming setup, my kitchen stuff. I did all the cooking anyway, my furniture that I'd brought in. The apartment looked pretty empty when I was done. Left the flowers I'd ordered on the counter with a note, "For someone who's worth it. Good luck finding them." Moved back to my buddy Trevor's place. He had a spare room after his roommate moved out. Rent was actually cheaper too. Melanie came home to a half-empty apartment and 82 missed calls later finally got through to me. "You can't just leave because of a social media post. You literally announced you're single. I'm just respecting your wishes." "It wasn't about you." "Then who was it about, Mel?" Silence. "Then, you're supposed to fight for me? Fight for someone who publicly says they're single? Nah, I'm good." I hung up. Update 1. 2 weeks later. The entitlement started almost immediately. First, she tried the guilt angle. Posted a bunch of sad quotes about when someone doesn't understand your social media is just for fun, and toxic masculinity making men insecure about everything. Her friends ate it up, started messaging me about how I broke her heart over nothing. Her best friend Destiny called me. "She's crying every night." It was just a caption that said she's single. You know what she meant. Actually, I don't. Explain it to me. What does single until someone proves they're worth it mean when you're in a relationship? It's about female empowerment. Empowering her to be single? Great, she got what she wanted. Meanwhile, Melanie kept texting. The messages ranged from angry to pleading. "You're so immature. Please come back. I'll delete the post. You're overreacting. I love you. You're a controlling psycho. I miss you. I hope you're happy ruining us." I didn't respond to any of them. Then came the financial reality. Remember that 70% of rent I was covering? Yeah, that hit her March 1st. She called me panicking. "I can't afford the apartment alone." That sounds like a single person problem. "Are you seriously gonna let me be homeless?" "You're not homeless. You have an apartment. You just can't afford it. Because you left. Because you said you were single. Single people don't have partners paying their rent." I wasn't serious. "Then maybe don't post it on social media for your 3,000 followers to see." She hung up on me. But here's where it gets interesting. My boy Trevor works at the same gym as Melanie's coworker, Jasmine. Jasmine let slip that Melanie had been DMing with her ex, Derek, for weeks before Valentine's Day. The single post? It was for him. She was trying to let him know she was available without actually breaking up with me first. She wanted to secure the backup before letting go of the current. I laughed when Trevor told me. The manipulation was actually impressive in its audacity. Update 2. 1 month later. So Melanie had to get a second job, bartending at nights. She made sure everyone knew how exhausted she was, posting constantly about hustling and independent woman grinding. The subtext was clear. "This is your fault. Look what you've done to me." Her mom, Lorraine, called me. Now, I'd always gotten along with Lorraine, so I actually answered. "Honey, what happened? Melanie says you abandoned her over a misunderstanding." "Lorraine, she posted that she was single on Valentine's Day. She says it was just a quote from a movie or something." "What movie?" I don't know." "Because it wasn't from a movie. She was announcing she was single while I was buying her flowers." "Ask her about Derek." Silence. Then, "Who's Derek?" "Her ex, the one she's been texting, the one the post was really for." She said you were controlling and jealous. I found out about Derek after I left, from other people. I left because she said she was single and I believed her." Lorraine sighed. "That girl, I'm sorry, honey. I raised her better than this. Meanwhile, I was doing fine. Better than fine, actually. Without paying 70% of Melanie's expensive downtown apartment, I had money again. Got myself a new watch, upgraded my gaming setup, started going to the gym regularly. And that's where I met Amanda. Amanda was new to town, worked in marketing, and had this laugh that made everyone around her smile. We started as gym buddies, then coffee after workouts, then actual dates. It was easy, natural, no games. I didn't post about it. Didn't make a big announcement, just lived my life. But you know how small the world is. Melanie's friend spotted us at a restaurant about 6 weeks after the breakup. Within an hour, Melanie was blowing up my phone. Who is she? You moved on already? We were together for 2.5 years and you replaced me in a month? You were probably cheating with her. This is why you left, isn't it? I sent one text back. I've been single since Valentine's Day. Remember? Free to date whoever I want. Then I blocked her. Update 3. 2 months later, the calls started coming from different numbers. Her friends, her cousins, random numbers I didn't recognize, all with the same message. You're a monster, you used her, you abandoned her, you're a narcissist. Then Melanie showed up at Trevor's place at 11 p.m. on a Thursday. Drunk. I know you're in there. We need to talk. Trevor answered the door. He's not home. Liar. His car is right there. I came to the door. Mel, you need to leave. She looked rough. The 2 jobs were taking a toll. Please just talk to me. We have nothing to talk about. I made a mistake. Several from what I heard about Derek. Her face went white. That's not... Who told you? Does it matter? You posted you were single to get his attention. It worked. You're single. Congrats. He doesn't want me. He has a girlfriend. I actually laughed. So you nuked our relationship for a guy who wasn't even interested. I didn't mean to. I thought you'd fight for me. Prove you were worth it. By rewarding you for disrespecting me publicly, that's not how it works. But you're with someone else already. I'm single, remember? Free to date. Stop saying that. I wasn't really single. Then what were you? She started crying. The drunk, ugly crying. I don't know. I was stupid, okay? I wanted to feel wanted, desired, like I had options. And how'd that work out? Trevor stepped in. All right. She needs to go. Mel, I'm calling you an Uber. She tried to push past him. I'm not leaving until he takes me back. Then you're going to be here forever, I said, and went back inside. Trevor handled getting her in the Uber. She threw up in it, apparently. Got charged a $150 cleaning fee. Update 4, 3 months later. The escalation was predictable but still somehow surprising in its intensity. First, she started showing up places she knew I'd be. The gym, she'd never had a membership there before. My favorite coffee shop, the bar where Trevor worked. Always with a guy. Different guys. Clearly from dating apps, looking uncomfortable as she hung all over them while staring at me. Amanda noticed at the gym. Is that your ex, the one staring daggers at me? Yeah, just ignore her. She seems intense. That's one word for it. Then came the social media campaign. Melanie started posting these healing journey videos, all about surviving narcissistic abuse and rebuilding after abandonment and when someone punishes you for being authentic. The comments were all supportive, of course. You're so brave. He didn't deserve you. His lost queen. But then she made a mistake. She posted a video about financial abuse, claiming I had controlled her with money and then left her destitute. I'd kept every Venmo transaction, every bank transfer, every payment I'd made for her. Posted a simple response. Financial abuse is interesting considering I paid 70% of your rent, 100% of utilities, and most of our groceries for a year. All documented here. You wanted to be single and independent? You got it. Stop lying. Attach the receipts. All of them. Her video disappeared within an hour, but screenshots were already circulating. Her narrative crumbled. Then Derek reached out to me. Yeah, the ex she'd been trying to get back with. Bro, I need you to know, I had no idea she was with you. She told me you guys had broken up months ago. When my girl found out Melanie was trying to get with me, she lost it, just wanted to clear the air. All good, man. Not your fault she's a manipulator. She's crazy, dude. She showed up at my job. Security had to escort her out. The desperation was real, but the absolute peak came when she contacted Amanda. Found her on LinkedIn, of all places. Sent her a message. Hi, you don't know me, but I'm Tom's ex. I just wanted to warn you that he's not who he seems. He abandoned me over a small misunderstanding and left me in financial ruin. He's controlling and vindictive. You seem nice, and I don't want you to get hurt like I did. Amanda showed me immediately. We laughed about it over dinner. Should I respond? She asked. Nah, don't give her the attention she wants. She seems unhinged. Yeah, she's not handling being single well. Update 5. 4 months later. The legal threat started next. Got a letter from some lawyer saying I owed Melanie $400 for my portion of the rent for the remainder of the lease term, 6 months, plus emotional damages. I took it to my cousin who's a lawyer. He laughed. She wants you to pay rent for an apartment you don't live in, that you're not on the lease for, after she announced she was single? Yep. This is harassment at best. Want me to respond, please? His response was beautiful. Pointed out that, 1. I had no legal obligation to pay rent on a lease I wasn't on. 2. She had publicly announced being single, effectively ending the relationship. 3. The continued harassment could result in a restraining order. 4. Any further contact from her or her lawyer would result in counteraction for harassment. Never heard from that lawyer again. But Melanie wasn't done. She started telling people I'd stolen from her when I moved out, that I'd taken things that were hers. So I posted my own receipt, a photo of everything I'd left behind, including the Valentine's flowers with timestamps, plus receipts for everything I'd taken, all purchased by me before we moved in together. Her friend Destiny commented, "This is petty." I responded, "Petty is lying about theft. This is facts." The mutual friends started reaching out privately. They were seeing the pattern now. The lies, the manipulation, the escalating craziness. One by one, they distanced themselves from the drama. Update 6. 5 months later, Melanie got evicted, not for non-payment, surprisingly. She'd managed to keep up with the rent working 2 jobs. No, she got evicted for disturbing other tenants after multiple complaints about late-night screaming matches with various guys she'd bring home from the apps. The final straw was when she threw one dude's clothes off the balcony at 3 a.m. while screaming about him not being worth it either. The irony was delicious. She called me crying. Actually got through using her mom's phone. I have nowhere to go. Call Derek. This isn't funny. I'm gonna be homeless. You'll figure it out. You're a strong, independent woman, remember? How can you be so cruel? Cruel, I'm just respecting your wishes. You wanted to be single. Single people handle their own problems. I made a mistake. Several, and they're not my problem anymore. Her mom took the phone. Tom, honey, she's really struggling. Lorraine, I respect you, but your daughter made her choices. She publicly humiliated me, tried to cheat, lied about me online, harassed my girlfriend, tried to extort money from me, and got herself evicted. I can't help her. She's not well. Then she needs therapy, not an ex-boyfriend to bail her out. Lorraine sighed. You're right, I'm sorry she put you through this. Melanie ended up moving back with her parents, in her childhood room, at 29. Update 7. 6 months later. The final meltdown came when Amanda and I made it Instagram official. Just a simple photo of us at a concert, nothing fancy. But it was enough. Melanie created fake accounts to comment. It was obvious it was her. The writing style, the specific details only she would know. Amanda and I just kept blocking and reporting them. Then she did something that actually crossed a line. She called my job, told HR I was harassing her, that I was stalking her online, that she feared for her safety. HR had to investigate, of course. I provided everything. Her posts, her messages, her showing up at Trevor's, the lawyer letter, the fake accounts, everything. They concluded pretty quickly that if anyone was harassing anyone, it wasn't me. They also suggested I file a police report, which I did. The officer was sympathetic. Ex-girlfriend drama? Yeah. She announced she was single, I believed her, and she's been spiraling ever since. We see this a lot. Social media makes people think they can say anything without consequences. The police visit to her parents' house finally did it. Lorraine called me afterwards. The officers came, Melanie had a breakdown. We're getting her help, real help. I'm sorry it came to this. I hope she gets better, Lorraine. I really do. And I meant it. Despite everything, I didn't hate Melanie. I just refused to be her safety net while she figured out that actions have consequences. Final update. 1 year later. It's been a year since the Valentine's Day post that ended everything. Amanda and I are doing great, actually moving in together next month. Equal names on the lease, equal rent, equal partnership, the way it should be. Melanie is, well, from what I hear through the ever-shrinking grapevine, she's working on herself. Still at her parents', but in therapy, holding down one steady job instead of juggling multiple ones. Deleted her social media apparently. Good for her. She sent me one last email about a month ago. Not asking for anything, just apologizing. A real apology, taking actual responsibility. Said therapy helped her realize she'd been seeking external validation instead of working on her own self-worth. That the "single until someone proves they're worth it" post was really about her not feeling worthy herself and projecting that insecurity. That she destroyed something good because she was scared of being vulnerable. I didn't respond. There was nothing to say. But I hope she really has learned and grown. Her mom Lorraine sends me Christmas cards still. This year's included a note. Thank you for not taking her back. She needed to face the consequences to grow. She's becoming the woman I raised her to be, finally. Trevor jokes about it sometimes. Remember when she showed up drunk talking about proving you're worth it? Man, that whole thing was wild. You handled it perfectly though. Just agreed with her and dipped. Legend. Amanda knows the whole story. We actually laugh about it sometimes. She'll post something ridiculous and then say, "Oh no, am I pulling a Melanie?" Looking back, that Valentine's Day post did me a favor. It showed me who Melanie really was. Someone who would disrespect our relationship for internet validation and an ex's attention. Someone who thought I should fight for her while she publicly claimed to be single. Someone who believed there shouldn't be consequences for her actions. The entitlement was real. She genuinely thought she could. Post that she was single while in a relationship, have me continue paying most of her bills, keep me as a backup while pursuing her ex, play victim when faced with consequences, harass me and my new girlfriend without repercussions, threaten legal action for money she wasn't owed, call my job with false accusations, do all this and still have me take her back. But that's not how life works. You can't announce you're single and expect your partner to stick around. You can't disrespect someone publicly and expect them to fight for you privately. You can't have your cake and eat it too. I see dudes online asking, should I take her back, when faced with similar disrespect. My answer is always the same. When someone tells you who they are, believe them. When Melanie said she was single, I believed her. Best decision I ever made. Now I'm with someone who posts about us, who includes me in her life publicly and privately, who would never dream of playing games with our relationship for social media clout. And Melanie? She's still single, last I heard. Guess she's still waiting for someone to prove they're worth it. Good luck with that.